This show, is it supposed to be a comedy? Like, is it legit supposed to be a comedy? Because I was laughing at this episode, and I felt like this episode was trying to be a serious episode, and I don't know how to feel about that. I was actually laughing and cracking up, because, I mean, for one, how the fuck did that bus driver get out of the ditch? Like, please, can someone answer this question? This is going to be bugging me all day today, until I read some of your comments and everybody's suggestions of how he did it. But how the fuck did that bus driver get the hell out of that ditch? Because, let's just say, this is hypothetical, and I highly doubt this is correct. It's like 100% certain it's not correct, but I'm just throwing it out there as, you know, a hypothetical means. Let's just say Jack, and then ask something, the Chuny 8th grade syndrome boy, and then, you know, everybody else has probably disappeared. Let's say they all work together to push the bus out of that ditch with the bus driver, okay? Let's just go on the limb here to say that happened. That's still not enough people to get the bus clearly out of that ditch when we already saw a couple episodes ago that the entirety of, like, all our characters couldn't get the bus out of the damn ditch. So, with that being said, how did this bus defy everything that, you know, was set up recently in the latest episodes? But also, another thing, too, is it the magical school bus or something? Like, how did it get out of that ditch and then start steering like it did, and then now going into the tunnel? Like, what the fuck? And then I was just sitting here laughing because I couldn't really take it seriously. And I mean, I know The Lost Village isn't a series that's like a 10 out of 10 and something you should take completely serious, but when I saw that scene, I was like, this is generally going to bother me. I'm really bothered by this. I seriously am bothered by that fucking bus. I'm not even shitting you. It bothers me. Like, how the fuck did that happen? But okay, I'll drop that for now. I'll get off of that. Let's talk about the other points of this episode. So, one thing I need to say is when it comes to one of our main female characters' backstory, we get to see a little bit more of her backstory and kind of how she got there to begin with. Now, as we know, in the recent episodes, many of our characters have been blaming our main female character for being a ghost. Like, you're a ghost, we need to kill you. Execution, execution, execution. And we've heard that enough from Love Pond. So, because of all this, that she finally decides to tell the truth. She's like, oh, I was here before anyone else. I was here, and but one day I fell off a cliff, and then I was outside the village, and then everything was happy-go-lucky. I was out, and then I wanted to get back in, and there you go. And everybody kind of believed that, and I'm thinking to myself right now, like, doesn't that sound just strange? I mean, it makes me feel like the entire story isn't the truth. I feel like there's more to the story than meets the eye. And another thing, too, is that apparently she cannot see any of the, like, trauma, like the ghost or whatever. Like, as we know, the creature that's been popping up that's everybody's fears, apparently she can't see it. She has none. So, I'm wondering, like, exactly what does this mean? Because, I mean, if she can't see it, that means she doesn't have any fears. And, I mean, obviously, from the flashback we got, it was clearly something that would be trauma or something you might fear because she can't find her cousin. And I'm assuming the only fear she has, I guess, that could affect her in this village is if she cannot find her cousin. So I guess it's like the opposite of what everybody else is seeing. Like, everybody else sees something because it, you know, brings fear to them, but she doesn't see nothing because she can't find her cousin. So I guess that's where it's going with that. Maybe that's why she can't see anything. It's because the best fear for her is not being able to see nothing and find her cousin. Now, overall, though, the episode of The Lost Village, I'm so dumbfounded because, I mean, there's one thing when it comes to this episode that really made me love a character, and Nanko, she won me over. I love Nanko's character. She is definitely one of my personal favorites because the way she was doing all this detective work and all that, it was impressive. But when she grabbed the side of herself, she grabbed her love handle and just started wiggling, and I'm like what? I was like, what? I go, what? What? She's sitting there doing detective work and doing it. I'm like, what? What the fuck is that? Like, when I first saw it in the episode, okay, it was done twice. When I first saw it, I didn't think much about it. It literally went right over my fucking head because I didn't think about it too hard. I didn't. I was honestly half asleep. I didn't think about it too hard, and I'm like, okay. And then all of a sudden, it comes up again, and I'm like, did she just grab the side of her fucking, like, hip, like her love handle, and just start wiggling it? And then start, like, what? Like, really? So, Yeah, The Lost Village, I'm just, it's funny. It's funny. I just can't take it serious. I cannot take it serious. This episode really just told me I can't take it serious until some of these questions are answered. But anyways, you all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.